Miss Earth Canada Jamie Vanderberg, Miss Earth England Abby Ann Giles-Brown, and Miss Earth Guam MMA Sheedy claimed they were sexually harassed by a pageant sponsor in the Philippines. In an Instagram post, Vanderberg says, "I left to compete at an international pageant in the Philippines about a month ago. I was so excited because I had been to the Philippines before and loved the country and the people. I left Miss Earth because I did not feel safe under their care." She claims the sponsor was given her phone number without her permission and that the man called her to ask where she was staying and her room number. Vanderberg says the harassment continued even after she gave her phone to a team manager to deal with the issue. She adds, "He showed up to almost all of my events telling me he could take care of my needs and ask for sexual favors in exchange to get me further in the pageant. I was disgusted." Giles-Brown shares a similar experience in an Instagram post. "I enjoyed 50% of my trip, but the other 50% was overshadowed by feeling exploited, vulnerable, unnerved, and sexually harassed as I was approached by a sponsor on many occasions who asked for sexual favors in exchange for the crown." Giles-Brown says the incident took place at an event at the Manila Yacht Club. Miss Earth Guam MMA Sheedy also shares her side of her story on Instagram. The women claimed that when they brought up their concerns with the team managers, they were not taken seriously. Vanderberg, Giles-Brown, and Sheedy say the issue remained unresolved even after they brought their concerns to Lorraine Shuck, a Miss Earth organizer. Vanderberg says she felt like she couldn't leave because her passport had been confiscated on the first day. "When the team managers went into my room and took things from my luggage without my permission, I had completely lost faith in the organization." In an interview with GMA News, Lorraine Shuck denies Vanderberg brought up any sexual harassment issue. Shuck says she wouldn't allow such incidents to happen. The White House suspends the press pass of a CNN reporter who spars with Donald Trump at a news conference. A visibly angry Trump calls reporter Jim Acosta a rude, terrible person after the CNN White House correspondent refused the president's orders to sit down and give up the microphone during the conference one day after the U.S. midterm vote.
Mr. President, are you worried about indictments coming down in this investigation? Mr. President.
I'll tell you what, CNN should be ashamed of itself having you working for them. You are a rude, terrible person. You shouldn't be working for CNN. When you report fake news, when you report fake news, which CNN does a lot, you are the enemy of the people. Go ahead.
Acosta later tweets he's been denied White House entry. An association representing the Washington Press Corps urges the White House to immediately reverse this weak and misguided action. In a statement, CNN says the president's ongoing attacks on the press have gone too far. They are not only dangerous, they are disturbingly un-American. 25-year-old singer Ariana Grande is this year's Billboard's Woman of the Year. Female icons who won the title are Lady Gaga, Taylor Swift, Madonna, and Selena Gomez. Ariana has been lauded for her resiliency, strength, and honesty after the tragic Manchester arena bombing in 2017, after which she organized the One Love Manchester benefit concert to raise $22 million for victims and their families. She's a vocal advocate of mental health awareness, LGBTQ rights, women's rights, and smarter gun control laws. Ariana just released her chart-topping fourth studio album, Sweetener, with hit singles No Tears Left to Cry and God is a Woman. Ariana also bagged the #1 spot on the Billboard 200 album chart 3 times to date. Samsung unveils a folding screen that lets a smartphone open into a tablet, heralding it as the future for portable devices. Senior Vice President of Mobile Product Marketing Justin Dennison provides a brief glimpse of a concept device made with its Infinity Flex display on stage during a keynote presentation.
When it's open, it's a tablet, offering a big screen experience. Thank you. When closed, it's a phone that fits neatly inside your pocket.
Dennison says Infinity Flex screens are made to endure repeated folding and unfolding. Details regarding the availability of the foldable phone weren't disclosed.